case study, a financial institution that we choose is Bank Muamalat. We aim to explore more on operational framework of Bank Muamalat by analysing the company's latest annual report, by focusing on key aspects such as Sharia compliance, financial statement, performance metrics and strategy initiative. And we want to understand the complexity of Islamic banking operation and evaluate how well Bank Muamalat align with the ethical and financial objective.
The Islamic financial institution that we have been choose is Bank Muamalat. Bank Muamalat is one of full-fledged Islamic institution in Malaysia, which established on 1 October 1999. Bank Muamalat has been produced by combination of Islamic banking division assets and liabilities of three local banks, which is Bank Bumi Putra Malaysia, Bank of Commerce Malaysia and BBMB Kewangan. Bank Muamalat also have been governed by IFSA on 30 June 2030. Bank Muamalat offers a wide range of Sharia compliance products and services such as saving account, current account, wealth management and investment products. Bank Muamalat main activities are wide, which the first one is Islamic financing. Bank Muamalat has been providing the various type of Islamic loans and financing facilities such as home financing by using tawarruk contract, such as smart mortgage home, which consists of few Sharia contracts including murabaha, wakalah and white muzik. Other than that, personal financing using tawarruk contract, whereby Bank Muamalat has been offered some personal financing such as personal financing I and cash I Muamalat. Bank Muamalat also offers business financing using tawarruk contract. The second is wealth management. One of the products that had been offered by Bank Muamalat is Muamalat Pool I, which is Sharia compliant, which offers customer the opportunity to participate in the previous method. The third main activities is electronic banking. In the modern era, we know that we need the things that can save our time. So, Bank Muamalat has been provide the best solution to their customers by providing digital banking services such as online banking, mobile banking, and electronic funds. Besides, they also provide IM Secure to prevent their customer from the scammer. And the last one is takaful services. Bank Muamalat also have been provide takaful services, which is one of the best protection if anything happen in the future. The slide that have been showing the board of directors in the Bank Muamalat.
For Sharia compliance of Islamic Bank, we will take a look at Sharia Supervisory Board reports, disclosure of Sharia compliance, source of income, financing structures and also Sharia governance framework. Now, let's move on to the first content, which is Sharia Supervisory Board report. In this report, Sharia committee members, to the best knowledge they have, had given 4 opinions. The first one is, the bank's contracts, transactions and dealings made by the bank are in compliance with Sharia principles. Number 2, the allocation of profit from and charging of losses relating to the investment account had been approved by the members according with Sharia principles. Number 3, all income that has been realized from sources or by means prohibited by the Sharia principles have been identified and excluded from the bank's income. And number 4, the financial statements and calculation of zakat of the bank which had been disclosed to Sharia committee members are in compliance with Sharia principles. However, there is one non-Sharia compliance event occurred during the year ended 31st December 2022, which is the delay in allocating the gold to a Muamalat Gold account due to system error. Therefore, there are 2 measures undertaken for the issue, which is first, the bank implement the auto-reconciliation program, and the status of this measure is completely implemented during the year ended 31st December 2022. And the second measure is the bank restructured the architecture system flow for execution of buy and sell the Muamalat Gold between all related systems. And this measure is still in progress. Next, disclosure of Sharia compliance. The bank have one unit that have the responsibility to understand the Sharia-related matters in the activities made by the bank and assess the risks that can trigger compliance with Sharia principles. So the bank have made two disclosures relating to the Sharia non-compliance issue, which is first, Sharia non-compliance income, or we call it as SNCI. So what is Sharia non-compliance income? Sharia non-compliance income is income that breach the Sharia principles and requirements which have been determined by the Bank Sharia Committee and Sharia authorities as Sharia non-compliance income. And the second one is unidentified funds or shubha earning. So this fund received by the bank during its operation where the sources of the funds are not clear or prohibited by Sharia and were not recognized as income to the bank and were retained in the Maslahah Ammah account. Next, these funds or income will be used for the charitable purposes for the benefit of the society. Next, the sources of income. So the bank get their income from bank activities such as Islamic financing, takaful services, wealth management and others. As the year ended 31st December 2022, the total net income for the bank is 806,928,000 ringgit Malaysia. Next content is financing structure. So it is related to the main financing products offered by the bank such as property financing, personal financing, vehicle financing, ASB financing and also Arwahnu financing. So for these financing products, there are certain underlying contracts used to ensure that these products are in compliance with Sharia principles. So what is tawarruk? Tawarruk is a contract where the bank will purchase the commodities from the supplier and sells them to the customer. Then the customer will appoint the bank to sell back the commodities to another supplier to get the required cash. Next, for vehicle financing, there are actually two contracts used by the bank, which is first, Murabahah to purchase orderer, and the second one is Al-Jara Summa Al-Bay, which is ITAB. So, what is Murabahah to purchase orderer? Murabahah to purchase orderer is a sell contract where the Islamic bank will purchase a commodity upon the request of the customer, then resell it back to the customers on a deferred payment basis or on spot with cost plus markup price. Meanwhile, Al-Ijara Summa Al-Bay or ITAB is a combination of two contracts which are first a lease contract and sale contract. At the beginning of the contract, the bank will execute an Ijara agreement with the customer with certain period. At the end of the contract, bank will then execute a sale contract, so the ownership of the asset will be transferred from the bank to the customer. The last part is Sharia governance framework. So the Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad had followed several Sharia guidelines to ensure that their activities and operations are in compliance with Sharia principles. So the first one is Bank Negara Malaysia's Sharia Governance Policy Document. The second one is Islamic Financial Services Act 2013 (IFSA), and the last one is Sharia Governance System on Institutions Offering Islamic Financial Services (IFSB 10).
There are many types of financing offered by Bank Muamalat, which are property financing, personal financing, vehicle financing, ASB financing and Arahnu financing. First is property financing, which istisna is a service that allow customer to finance the construction of houses on their own land or land that they have bought from vendors. The Sharia contract applicable for this product is structured under the concept of istisna, which is a contract whereby a seller sells to purchaser an asset which is yet to be constructed or built according to agreed specification and delivered on agreed specific future date at an agreed predetermined price. Next, Muamalat Personal Finance (Tawarruk) is to offer consumer cash finance for personal use or consumption that does not go against Sharia standard. In general, this product based on Tawarruk as its underlying Sharia concept for provision of financing. The Tawarruk arrangement involve the combination of what mulzim, murabahah, wakalah and by wadi'ah contract. Wadiah kontrak muamalat hire purchase al-ijarah summa al-bai (ITA) is a financing facility based on Syariah contract of ijarah lease that followed by said contract. This product offer purchase of vehicle to consumer with up to 90% margin of financing. Next, ASB financing. It's a financing facility that offer customer to participate in investment under the Amanah Saham Unit Bumi Putra ASB. This financing is based on concept of tawarruk and use a combination of contract syariah include murabahah, wakalah and combined with promise which is binding under concept of wad muzim. Lastly, Arahnu financing pawnbroking is an Islamic pawnbroking scheme. The qualified customer should apply for financing from the bank for mutually agreed amount by collateralizing an agreed amount of a gold or gold item to the bank. The Sharia contract applicable for the product structure under the concept of tawarruk Arahnu Wadi'ah. The concept of tawarruk consists of few Syariah contract including murabahah, wakalah and wad muzim, a binding promise. Investment asset compliant with Syariah principle investment made by Bank Muamalat are Syariah compliant because their Syariah advisor made at least half yearly from time to time advise the manager on the conformance of the investment. Profit and loss made by investment by year 2021 is 152,891 and it increased to 179,544 at year 2022, and the investment at amortized from RM 107,109 to RM 130,589, while the investment in subsidiaries constant from last year RM 30,159 and investment properties also constant RM 56,564.
Now, I will review the statement of financial position of cash balances by Bank Muamalat. So, the cash balances recorded by Bank Muamalat at the end of 2022 was RM1,035,571. Meanwhile, the cash balances for 2021 was RM1,021,044. So, it showed an increase compared to the previous year. So, these changes could be from factors such as they gain many customers as they are a financial institution that comply with the Sharia compliance. So, there are three types of customer deposit in Bank Muamalat, which are saving deposit, demand deposit and term deposit. So, Bank Muamalat have a saving account under court and tawarruk contract amounting to RM1,631,387. The next customer deposit is demand deposit. This contract also use the same contract which are court and tawarruk contract amounting to 7,333,635 at the end of 2022. And the last contract is term deposit. It consists general investment deposit, short-term account and fixed term deposit using the tawarruk contract and amounting RM70,281,918.
Based on the statement of financial position, we can see that at the end of 2022, the subordinated sukuk is amounting 806,596. It shows that the amount have been gained from the previous year, which is the gain amounting 306,720. Bank Muamalat has a construction obligation to pay money to investor who hold to sukuk instruments. The first one under other liabilities is accrual. Accrual for audit fee. Bank Muamalat has accrual for audit fee which amounting 194. Accrual expenses. Bank Muamalat has accrual expenses amounting to 60,754. for. The second one is provision for bonus. Bank Muamalat also has a provision for bonus estimate expenses for employee bonus that have been earned but not yet paid. The provision for bonus is amounting 20,786.
Next, for review of statement of profit or loss, we will take a look at income from Islamic financing. So the income from Islamic financing for Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad was derived from investment of depositors fund and others, which is 1300612000 ringgit Malaysia. This income was derived from two accounts, which is were fixed term accounts, with the total net income 311,553,000, with the income from financing 256,929,000 ringgit Malaysia, and the total income from fees was 17,072,000 ringgit Malaysia. The second one is other deposits, with the total net income of 980,059,000 ringgit Malaysia, while income from financing is 850,656,000 ringgit Malaysia, with the total income from fees is 44,194,000 ringgit Malaysia. The next part is investment income from Sharia compliant investment. So the income from Sharia compliant investment was derived from the investment of the investment account funds, with the total income of 11,395,000 ringgit Malaysia.
Next is fee-based income. In year 2022, Bank Muamalat does not disclose the fee-based income in their financial statements. Expenses. The total other expenses Bank Muamalat has in year 2022 was 506,418 ringgit. In these expenses, it includes personal expenses, other overheads and expenditure, and also the finance costs. For personal expenses, it have the higher expenses, which is 269,377 ringgit. It includes salary and wages, contribution to defined contribution plan, social security contributions, allowance and bonuses, and others. Meanwhile, for other overheads and expenditure, the total expenses for this is 181,927 ringgit. It is divided into three areas, which are marketing, establishment, and also general expenses. In the marketing area, it only has three expenses, which is advertising and publicity, donation and sponsorship, and others. Next, in the establishment area, it has a lot of expenses such as rental, repair and maintenance, utilities expenses, and many more. And the last area, which is general expenses, has professional fees, postage and courier, traveling, and else. The last one is finance cost. The total finance cost is 55,114 ringgit. The costs that are involved are dividends paid on subordinated sukuk, dividends paid on senior sukuk, financing sold to cagamas, and lease charge. Move to the next part is overall profitability. Overall profitability, or known as the net profit margin, is a profit margin obtained from businesses. It measures net profit and also the total revenue. The way to calculate it is net profit divided by total revenue and times with 100. In the statement of profit and loss shows that the net profit is 219,438,000 ringgit, and the total revenue is 1,260,412,000 ringgit. The calculations show that the net profit margin for Bank Muamalat in the year 2022 is 17.41%, when compared to Bank Islam that have a net profit margin of 14.71%, shows that the effectiveness of Bank Muamalat operating a business more. Next is key financial ratios. We have two financial ratios, which is return on equity and also return on asset. Return on equity is a measure of the profitability of a businesses that relates to its equity. The formula is net income divided by shareholders' equity times with 100. In the statement shows that the net income is 806,928,000 ringgit, and shareholders' equity is 2,868,764,000 ringgit. After the calculations, we get 28.13% for the ROE. The second financial ratio is return on asset. Return on asset is a financial ratio that shows the profitability of the institutions in relation to its total assets. In the statement shows that the net income is 806,928,000 ringgit and the total assets is 31,533,275,000 ringgit. And after the calculations, we get 2.56% for the ROA. After that, comparison financial ratios between Bank Muamalat and Bank Islam. In year 2022, the return on equity that obtained by Bank Muamalat is 28.13%, meanwhile for Bank Islam is 31.87%. Now, these two banks' ROE shows that the strong performance, but Bank Islam have a better return for its shareholders. It also shows that Bank Islam is very effective at using its shareholders' equity to generate their profit. Next, the return on assets obtained by Bank Muamalat is 2.56%, meanwhile for Bank Islam is 2.38%. Both banks have a close value of ROA, but Bank Muamalat obtained the higher ROA, which is 2.56%, than Bank Islam, which is 2.38%. It shows that Bank Muamalat might be better at managing its asset base to generate the profits.
The strategy initiative and business strategy. For expansion plan, Bank Muamalat built strategies to drive sustainability by expanding their existing iTekat program by collaborating with Pahang State Government on the Push I program called Ittihad Mahabbah. Bank Muamalat also offered new product to their customer, which is they launched private managed account, where Bank Muamalat and Phillip Capital Group Malaysia PCGM signed an agreement to provide Sharia compliant online private managed account and unit trust funds via Bank Muamalat's distribution channel. For digital transformation initiative, Bank Muamalat is dedicated to advising digitalization in the medium and long term, which will enable the bank to maintain its competitiveness and adjust to meet the demand and preferences of its customers. Bank Muamalat launched digital banking to enhance convenience, accessibility and efficiency for their customer and allow their customer to perform online banking activities at their own convenience. Example of their digital attempt including their Muamalat mobile apps, Muamalat application platform, and online deposit account, QR payment for merchant, Arahnu online auction, and Easy Gold. Lastly, for market positioning strategies, Bank Muamalat increased distribution income and robust financing growth in tandems with group's business growth and improved asset quality. The bank registered a profit before zakat and taxation of RM 306.7 million for the financial year ending December 31, 2020. It represents a growth of 20.3% from RM 254.9 million posted in the previous corresponding period. Product offering, Bank Muamalat expanded their product offerings to go beyond the current focus on tawarruk to in line with their aspiration to enable Islamic banking for all. Bank Muamalat also aims to raise fundamental product into holistic financial solution that results in wealth creation not only for retail customer but also for corporate clients.
In conclusion, the analysis of Bank Muamalat annual report showed that their operational framework follow the Sharia principle. So the bank showed a strong commitment to follow the Sharia principle as they use the equity and Sharia compliance financing method and by avoiding the interest-based transaction.